Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to talk about a new series that I'm planning to launch. All right, this is going to be a series that I'm going to launch over the next year, and I'm looking to probably do a video every 2 weeks. I'll launch a new series video. But the series, what I really want it to be about is the life of a pro cyclist. So if you haven't heard, recently what has happened is I signed with Team Skyline, super exciting professional cycling team out of Reading, Pennsylvania. They are going to be racing in Europe, they're going to be racing in Canada, they're going to be racing in Panama, they're going to be racing all over the US, different places. I'm going to be a part of that, still sinking in, because like when the season gets here or when I go to team camp, I think it'll officially sink in. But right now it's still like hitting home, like it hasn't fully sunk in yet. Anyways, so with that, I want to really share the ins and outs of what it is to be on a professional cycling team, along with just what's going on in my training, what I'm doing for the next year, how the racing is going, all kinds of different things. We're going to talk about the highs, the lows, the frustrations, the exciting parts, everything, okay? So something I want to start off with is just talking, one, about what I've done in the last year to kind of start to launch this goal of mine and to achieve this goal of being professional. And two, I want to show you what I'm doing in the gym, because honestly, gym is pretty big when it comes to cycling, especially if you're operating at a higher level. You really need a solid base of strength work so your body can really live up to the tasks that the things you're trying to throw at it for the next year, because really cyclists only do weight training in the off season. So let's dive into that. Okay, so the first thing is, a year ago, I decided to switch cycling coaches. I had a coach, he was wonderful, but I really wanted to take it to the next level. So I hired Scott Moninger. He also works under Tim Cusick. A lot of you guys might know who Tim Cusick is. Dude, it's awesome. These two have been so instrumental in what I'm doing with my training. They've really taken me to the next level. Something else I've done is I've hired a nutrition coach. His name's Kevin. He's over at Peaks Coaching Group. Love him as a nutrition coach. Actually, him and his wife, Anissa, they both work with me. We do weekly Zoom calls once a week, and we talk nutrition and what's going on. But they've really helped me to dial in not only my nutrition, but my recovery as well when it comes to post-rides, and my ride nutrition on top of that. So these are two things that I personally have changed in the last year. A third thing that I've really done last year is I've gotten very serious and disciplined in what I'm doing on and off the bike. So I'm really trying to get those rides done when I'm supposed to get them done. And then off the bike, I'm really trying to take care of my body and really focus on that recovery so I can make as many gains as possible. The fourth thing is, I have an amazing, beautiful wife who is super, super supportive, and she's done so much for me over this last year. Like, it's crazy how much support she's given me. Now, the fifth thing, and I think the big thing that really has started this movement of me wanting to go professional and achieving that goal, is my buddy George. He's been huge in this. About a year ago, he approached me and he's like, dude, I think you really have what it takes to go professional. These are the hard moves you're gonna have to make in order to reach that and obtain that goal. And honestly, everything he's given me, all the advice, all the feedback, I've tried my best to take it and run with it and apply it and use it and tweak it. And honestly, without George, I don't think I would have actually pursued this as hard as I did. All right, he was kind of the person who just all of a sudden made the light bulb go off, and I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm getting there. So that's what's happened. Especially being 31, this is a huge, huge deal. Anyways, that's what has happened. So now that I'm professional, now it's time to keep that momentum going forward, and I'm gonna hopefully show you what it's like over the next couple months of being a professional cyclist, what it takes, the ins and outs, the travel, all kinds of different things. Now today, I'm going to show you my gym routine. So with that, gym strength work is super important. I know Dylan Johnson came out with a video not too long ago about doing strength training twice a week, doing low reps, really high weight, really build up the foundation. My gym program is going to be different than what he suggested. And to be honest, there's no right or wrong way to do it. There's arguments on both sides of the spectrum on what to do. I know he does an extremely good job with bringing all the scientific facts in there, but as with that, there are scientific facts for other types of lifting as well. So the type of strength work that I'm doing is it's going to really focus on the full body, because that is something I really need to focus on myself. I don't have a whole lot of upper body muscle, which is fine, but I need to make sure whatever muscle I do have is very strong and is going to be able to be up for the demands of 4 to 5 hour road races, be up for stage races, different things like that. The other thing that I do is I'm in the gym 3 days a week. I'm in there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now on these 3 days, I do a combination of legs, I'll do core, and I'll do upper body. I really have been focusing a lot on the core work. That's something that's been very weak for me in the past years. So that's something I'm very, very adamant about working on. Now with this 3 times a week, on Mondays, I'm not doing any riding. So on Mondays, I'll do a little bit more leg movements. And that's what today is. Today is Monday, so I have to go to the gym and knock some of that stuff out. So with that, let's head over to the gym. So we're post-gym. What do you do for recovery post-gym? What I like to do is, instead of eating a recovery smoothie, which, don't get me wrong, recovery smoothies are good, but I'd rather do something more wholesome, more nutritious, plus my nutrition coach would love that. So what I've enjoyed doing lately is lentil pastas. These are actually packed with a lot of protein in them. So usually I'll do 2 servings. So I'll get about 26 grams of protein per serving. And then of course I get a nice mix of carbs as well. I get around 60 or 70 grams of carbs. But with lentil pastas too, because they're made from lentils and not refined grains and whatnot, they're going to be better nutrition wise for me as well. So it's going to help with just not turning, unused carbs from the refined grains into basically fat. So I go with lentil stuff, definitely like that. I had a red lentil pasta that I really loved, and I'm gonna try out this yellow lentil pasta. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Anyways, if you can, for post-recovery nutrition, if you can make a meal versus just doing a shake and go, 100 times better for you. All right, as long as it's like, make sure it's like full of protein and it's got a good balance of carbs and some fats in there too. Like, I'm gonna use olive oil to cook with this. But that is by far the best way to go. Now, if I don't have time to make a meal and I'm on the run or I got to do something else, I will use Clean Athlete Recovery Mix, which is usually chocolate protein, or sometimes I use, actually, no, that's all that I use. So that's a quick tip just on post-workout recovery stuff. But aside from that, I'm going to make that, smash that, then we'll get on with the rest of my recovery stuff. Something else I do for recovery, boom, Hypervolt. Especially after doing the gym, this feels amazing on the legs. Oh my gosh, feels so good. The only thing that feels better than this is an actual real massage, but this will work. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna get into this now and enjoy this. So that's just one of the many things I do for recovery. But on weightlifting days, that's kind of really all I do. I make sure I eat a solid meal post lifting, and then I also make sure that I hydrate. And after that, I definitely make sure I use my massage gun to massage out my legs and stuff. It really does help with the onset soreness of just kind of eliminating that. I mean, I still get sore, but nowhere near as much as I would if I didn't actually use my massage gun. So anyways, super cool stuff. Me and the wife just had dinner, which again is going to be like a full-blown balanced meal. I think we had asparagus, chicken, and quinoa and brown rice. So that was super good. And then now we're just going to chill, hang out. But that's one day in what I do when it comes to being kind of my routine. Now again, I usually do strength training 3 days a week. And since today is a rest day, I didn't ride today, but I will usually actually ride my bike post lifting. Usually it's going to be like an endurance ride. It's no intervals or anything like that. So the days I don't have lifting, I'm doing intervals. The days I have lifting, I'm doing endurance rides. Actually, sometimes I do sprint work on those same days, kind of building those pathways between your muscles and your brain and continuing to connect all those muscle fibers and pathways. So that's something to try. But anyways, I hope this kind of like shed some light on what maybe you could do in the gym. Maybe shed some light on maybe a post-gym recovery meal. That meal works really good too for post-rides. Also hoping, just seeing the massage gun tool, like that is a huge asset to my recovery toolbox. But lots of cool things. Anyways, I'm super excited about this series. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hope you guys keep riding and training hard. And I'll see you guys on the next video.